USA South women came away champions over Jamaica in a really hotly contested game. Phenomenal game. And today we've got plenty more rugby for you. Get yourself down here. If you're in Kingston, Jamaica, come and watch the games. Jamaica will be playing USA South in the final a little bit later on. There it is, Jamaica against USA South around 3 p.m. Jamaica time. Bermuda and Mexico at 1:30. But first up will be Trinidad and Tobago against the Cayman Islands. I'm here alongside Trinidad and Tobago native and former rugby player, Maria Thomas. Have you enjoyed hanging out with me in this little tiny box all week, Maria?
Absolutely, Gavin. It's always a pleasure, especially when we have such amazing competition to watch. The entire competition has been excellent, very dynamic, and we've seen the growth of all of these teams. Again, we've had the women's 12s, and right now we're going to be beginning the final day of the under 19s division of this tournament.
There will be national anthem proceedings throughout today, I believe, and as the Trinidad and Tobago boys are coming out here alongside the Cayman Islands, getting themselves lined up. They've been phenomenal all week, these boys. I know the USA South boys have spent a lot of time in with the Cayman Island boys, and they've had a good time together, staying in the same hotel coincidentally. Love the new kit for Trinidad and Tobago.
We can see the teams huddling up now. Everyone's excited. This will be an excellent completion to this tournament. Most of the athletes, almost all the athletes in the under 19 division have earned their first national caps in this tournament for Rugby Americas North. It's monumentous for them, for their families, for their friends, and for all of the country that they're representing who are watching them back home.
Yeah, it's been a great production so far from SportsMax, and this is streamed live all through the Caribbean countries, carrying the SportsMax channels all the way up into Canada. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world watching this competition. Thank you for joining us all week. We're going to get this one underway in a little while. We've got formal proceedings first, and then we'll get the game underway. So the Cayman Islands national anthem will be first up. it is, ladies and gentlemen. National anthems of the Cayman Islands and Trinidad and Tobago. The boys are going to get themselves out onto the field. Game we're coming up in just a few moments. How have you seen your guys this week, Maria? How do you feel about this new Trinidad and very young Trinidad and Tobago team?
This Super Week has been such an incredible experience for our team. Seeing how proud each and every one of these athletes is to have earned the national cap. There was a presentation made to the athletes, and one of the things that was notable was the smiles on their faces, the pride that they have earned this. They've earned the right to represent their country, and they're out here putting everything they have on the pitch. We're about to see some of that right now before we kick off.
Great set of kids, really nice characters amongst them as well. Lots to work on, but it's a developing program coming in after a few years out, basically starting from scratch. Here's the Cayman boys. Check out, keep an eye on Timothy Ebanks, he's a handful. And Manny Ebanks as well. Nathaniel Scotland's been playing well. Cam Sinclair and Alex Fox. Alex Fox talks a lot, works a lot.
Absolutely, and
knows the referees well.
Playing out in Scotland as well.
Yeah, really robust player, heavy set, likes to take to contact, gets through a fair amount of work as well.
Yep, speaking with the coaches, most of the Cayman players are on island, but a couple of them are studying abroad, and so they have that international experience.
So man in the middle today, Fernando from Mexico. Phenomenal referee, done a really great job this week. Trinidad and Tobago to kick off with Achim. Couldn't take it clean there, the Cayman boys wrapping around the back. And working with that first pod.
Release. Another step.
They want a bit of stability, this Cayman team, because they know the dangers for Trinidad and Tobago out wide.
All whites.
Nice kick.
He's good.
Against the wind. Solid. Crosses the 50 and out. So Trinidad and Tobago will take that ball just inside their own territory. Nice strong kick from the Cayman fullback.
TT. First one, please.
Trinidad and Tobago has been focusing on teamwork. Coach Poontip always stresses to his players that the more they play together, the better each of them is going to perform in the game. So we'll be looking for some execution of set pieces in this match.
So Trinidad and Tobago for the put in here. Oh, and slips right at the vital moment there. The big boy carrying forward, but spills it forward.
Yes. Oh.
Now this is where Trinidad and Tobago could be dangerous. This wind isn't helping them though at all. The wind's behind them, forces the ball away, and Cayman somehow find themselves with the ball one more time.
Will to play, advantage over. Get out, Black, get out. No release the ball, double movement. Black ball. Double movement. No clear release the ball.
So Trinidad and Tobago will have this one.
So we see kicking for some distance here. It's kicked out, definitely a good kick, especially with these winds that need to be taken into consideration.
How many boys? 7, full.
Trinidad and Tobago looking very composed, very calm. They had a great day to spend bonding together yesterday. I'm sure they've reviewed their games, as will have Cayman, so that they're ready to improve upon anything or do more of what they liked seeing in their performances.
Out, Black, out!
The ball's out to Cayman. They're driving it forward.
Anybody got offside?
Using the pack and looking for options outside. Cameron Sinclair passing it out. Number 3 there. Ooh, good pressure from Trinidad and Tobago. Getting within the 5. Cayman lining up defensively.
One step back.
Oh, they have the ball in hand actually, so they're going to want to get the ball out of that try zone and end zone as quickly as they can. Trinidad and Tobago looking for the opportunity to turn over the ball.
Use it. Out, Black, out.
And Cayman takes the kick. It's received by Trinidad and Tobago, and now they're running towards that try line.
Excellent work from Cayman to get clearance there, but Trinidad and Tobago are going to maintain this pressure, working their pods. The 7 goes around the outside of a couple of players, managed to get dragged down at the 22. TNT 9 getting a little bit of luck on his side there. Jim kicks ahead and doesn't manage to reel it in on the top side there. Great work from Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
Absolutely, we're seeing a lot of composure here. The team has been working with Nadine, Sammy. Lots of development going on for these teams. It's not all physical. A lot of it has to do with how the team deal with the mental pressure that they are under in these different circumstances. Competition definitely changes how you feel about going into the game. Everyone's here trying to do their best, and we're seeing how Trinidad and Tobago, and in fact all the teams here, Cayman included, these boys who haven't competed at this level before are finding their footing and getting calmer and more calculated in the execution of their plays.
Absolutely, yeah, there's been some great development of these teams over the last couple of days. Some great height on that line out from the Cayman Islands. Fly half pops it nicely to the inside centre. They reach to the 22. Support comes quickly. And oh, there's a steal there. Chim somehow stole the ball for Trinidad and Tobago in the middle of that. And he's going to go quickly. There's a couple of players offside for Cayman. They're working this top side.
Offside again, second one.
Aaron Stanley carrying the ball forward. He stays on his feet as long as he can, making sure his support is there.
Trinidad and Tobago run out of speed, run out of pace here.
It's a penalty for Black, white, offside. Scrum? We're going to go for a scrum for Black, right? It's going to be a scrum.
It's not there, it's not there. I know it's not here. I know it's not in the system.
You may do the switching in the line out. I am okay with the switching, but you need to go back in, right?
Getting some direction from the referee there.
Right, both calls.
Again, definitely closer to Cayman's try line than they would like to have.
Further. That's good. All right, boys.
Trinidad and Tobago with the ball.
The ball is inside, right?
They're going to be looking to make some magic happen.
Crouch!
Backing themselves, Trinidad and Tobago here. We're expecting a big shove.
Set! No, not happy.
So they're going to reset the scrum again. We've been talking so much about player welfare here, and this, as a development tournament, is the opportunity for these players to really learn the form that's necessary to be successful in these set plays.
So when I say crouch and your front row goes down and the bind, you go in. I don't want to see you last.
I really want to see some good work from Shmuel Scott. He had a little bit of trouble at the beginning of the tournament, just managing himself more than anything in the front row. So he's got the tools to do some amazing things in that position. There's a little bit of imbalance in their front row. I'm getting very technical, that's my wheelhouse, but he's an exciting prospect if he can just figure out his body movement in the front row at this particular moment, just when they're about to set. And Trinidad and Tobago putting it in. You can see the push from Cayman, but you see he's getting popped out. So it's body position for him. He's got a lot of potential, not quite working it out. Trinidad and Tobago want to go quickly. They're going in a pack. There's a lot of bodies there in the way. They've managed to stop him. He ran into the front row forwards, basically.
Step back.
A little pick and go around the outside.
Take a
Got
step.
to be close, a couple of yards. McLaughlin, he's a strong ball carrier. Short, low centre of gravity. Doesn't manage to get there either. This is phase 5. Achim looking wide. This is where Trinidad and Tobago should be scoring their tries from. This is their strength. One is stripped. Cayman 15 has stripped it. Great work. Clancy, Hannon. And somehow again Trinidad and Tobago got the ball back. It's real back and forth stuff here.
Breakdown is formed. Hands in.
We're seeing how the games have just got more and more exciting as the tournament progresses. The teams really getting to know each other and learn how to work together. I know that the clubs are watching back at home, those who cannot be here in Jamaica. Again, we are at the UE Mona Bowl, and if you're in the Kingston area in Jamaica and you can make it down, you can come and watch some great rugby here today.
One of the captains taking it forward, the rangy number 5, Liam Cabralis. There's McLaughlin again. I mentioned him. He likes to carry the ball forward. This is perfect situation for him, the pick and go scenarios. There's not much space there, and Cayman are coming up quickly off that line. And the scrum half goes on his own this time. There's a lot of very tight support, but it's a little discombobulated, but there's the space out wide. Can they get the ball through hands? He steps inside. Now he's looking for his winger. That's too late. Another one stepping inside. Surely this time, no. Cayman once again come away with it. Miracle number 3 or 4 or 5 commit for Cayman at this point.
It was going to be a scrum. Or you're playing on the ground, like 10 back.
Wow, interesting. Trinidad not being able to convert points there. They should have took the kick when they had the opportunity, I think.
They're trying to keep the pressure on there. You can see the communication, making sure that they're back 10. They don't want to give away any unnecessary penalties. I guess all are unnecessary. They're really working on their discipline.
And again, another good clearing kick from the Cayman backs.
Trinidad and Tobago has a number of rugby clubs and also rugby in schools, even though there hasn't been any rugby played for the duration of the time we've been locked down for COVID-19. We definitely have representation within the squad. Supreme Squad, Eastern Ruggers, Caribs, Exiles, Royalians. I won't go through the whole list at one time because there's so many. But I know the clubs will be watching and cheering on at home for the team.
What is it, 12 clubs principally in Trinidad and Tobago?
17.
17, oh wow, as many as that.
¿Dónde está, Fabi? ¿Más? ¿En dónde? ¿Más adelante?
Okay.
We spoke with Cayman, and they have 4 dominant clubs on the island.
A bit more centralised Cayman, though, would have been a smaller island. They all seem to play in the same place, don't they?
Yeah, they were actually having Friday nights dedicated to the development of their under-19 teams, and so they had the support of those clubs, definitely in preparing the athletes and giving them some game time ahead of coming here.
Not such a good kick that time from Cayman. Having a little bit of problem. Wind has really picked up. I don't know if you can hear it. We're kind of in a box and we're still getting battered by the wind in here. So hopefully that's not interrupting your listening pleasure at this stage. It tends to die off at some point in the day. It doesn't really stay really too strong, but comes in gusts.
I need everyone further, more.
Referee trying to push the Trinidad and Tobago defence back.
Even more.
Number 8 throwing in, he plays for the Iguanas. That's Fred Robson.
I'm telling you what.
The Trinidad boys are not really listening to the referee. He's going to get frustrated. They're not listening to instructions. He's asking them to step back and they're not doing it. So Cayman will finally get this line out thrown in. 2 rangy second row forwards in the middle of there. Surely one of those is going up and well taken. Nice clean Cayman Islands line out. Working to the outside. Nice little dink. Sets high step. Loop around. Working wide. Steps inside. He's found a space. Finally brought down. Good work Cayman. Nice set piece. However, Cayman have got this time. Sorry, Trinidad and Tobago got this time.
Turnover there, holding.
No, a chim's got a good boot on him, but it blows a little bit hot and cold. The wind died literally a second before he kicked the ball. This bowl, the Mona Bowl is what it's called. It is literally a bowl. We're surrounded by very steep mountains, so when the wind comes in here, it kind of blusters around a little bit, and it's caused havoc for several of the guys kicking the ball throughout the week. Not so much for the ladies' competition last 2 days. They didn't seem to have too many problems with it.
You can see the strategy here. Any forward movement, the teams are trying to take it.
Ooh, now Cayman steal there. Great work.
Take a step back, take a step.
Counter ruck coming in from Cabrales. Fox, the captain, driving them forward, bounces one. He's got a lot of support with him. Pods are lined up for Cayman. And a good line speed defensively from Trinidad and Tobago. And again, the counter ruck, aggressive from Trinidad and Tobago, trying to create some loose ball at the back of that ruck. A big kick from the Cayman 10. Tom Byrne got some distance on it that time.
We've been seeing different strategies that have been employed, just always trying to gain ground. Using the kick helps, saves the runners a little bit if you can get the ball to do that work. These are playoffs, the final day of this tournament, and the halves are now 35 minutes long. So this is a longer time than was played for the beginning of the tournament. So the teams are really pacing themselves here, keeping the pressure on, but making sure that they're going to have enough power to get through and fight to the very end of each game.
Yeah, a little bit longer. So this is the normal time for the under-19s competition for boys, for most places in the world, I believe. So for them, they're probably going to feel it a little bit longer because they've been playing a shortened version as they had to squeeze in 2 games a day previously. So we'll see how they manage towards the end of this game. It'll be interesting who's got the lung capacity. Trinidad and Tobago with the ball right now, using their pods, going to the outman. And the Chim's looking to kick it. He knows he's got some speed out wide. Can he take this ball? It bounces. Can he keep it in? And he steps out himself. Unfortunate, but a great idea. Xavier Williams.
That's Javier Williams.
Javier Williams.
He was there, ready to collect the ball.
Well worked set piece. That was obviously something from the training ground. They've been speaking about it and communicating well. Good stuff.
How many boys? 4.
Cayman Islands look quite well organised with their lineouts. On the other hand, Trinidad and Tobago struggled with theirs early in the competition.
Yeah, that's good.
Massive learning curve for them.
You can see Trinidad and Tobago has made the adjustment, making sure to be back 10 as per the referee's instruction.
Freddie Robson opting to throw to the back this time. They just managed to come away with it. And again, good line speed from Trinidad and Tobago, putting pressure. Burns out there, looking for his wide men, but he's used a front row forward. Great positioning. Held onto that ball too long.
Captain.
And it's been repetitive, unfortunately. Looks like that might be a yellow for him.
Cayman Islands really wanting to get out of their half. Trinidad and Tobago has been holding them there for the duration of this game. Still no tries yet. The score is 0-all.
And yep, he's gonna get his marching orders. Unfortunate. Cam Sinclair is sitting in the naughty boys box for a little while. Too many times they've held on to the ball when Trinidad have tried to poach, and he'll suffer for that. The rest of the team now playing with one man down. Will that affect the outcome of this game?
This is Mark. Just hold it because they need to make a serve, right?
He's an influential player, Cam. He gets through a lot of work. It's never the pretty stuff that he's doing, but he gets a lot of work done, just the hard yards. They've got to figure out, he's a front row forward, so they've got to figure out somebody else to come on at front row.
Yeah, they need to drop the player. Thank you. Alright. Awesome.
All right, so the substitution has been made. Number 17 taking the field now.
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago will want to take advantage of the overlap now, having one more player on the pitch than Cayman Islands for the duration of this yellow card.
No, we need an 8-man. You need to put someone in.
The referee just explained they need an 8-man, even though they've brought in an extra guy. That they took away their 8-man, but they're going to have to use a back row player or a backline player to fill in at 8 because they can't have an uneven number.
The time
it's just not safe.
Closer.
The time for the yellow card has also increased, similar to the duration of the full-time game. Yellow card now gets 10 minutes.
So finally sorted their numbers out there.
Hold.
Need some stability in there, and that works. They can get clean ball out the back of here now. Excellent work, the fly half, working across, looking for his speedsters, runs into a big number 13 for Cayman. That's a Manny Ebanks. You don't want to run into that guy.
Maybe a scrum for white, black take on.
Good work from Cayman, feeling the pressure and reacting well.
That was the number 10, Jeremy Bonus, who's taken in that ball for Trinidad and Tobago, working to stay on his feet. Cayman Islands successful in turning over the ball.
Trinidad and Tobago do look a lot more organised, at least with their scrum area. The line-out's still something they're working on. But I'm very happy with their development so far throughout this tournament. They just look calmer and calmer as the further they go through it. Their communication is increasing as well.
Bind. Set.
This time a Cayman put in. Got their back line stacked up on the top side. 8-man picks and gives it to the scrum half. Looking for Byrne. Byrne gets wrapped up.
That's good.
A reminder there for the under-19s division, they cannot continue to drive the scrum. So you're hearing the referee communicating that to them there. But the development that we've seen in the positioning for the scrums is resulting in seeing very strong ability of these teams to execute and drive forward.
Liam Sinclair directing traffic for Cayman. Looking to the top side with a pod there. There's a back mixed in amongst them. Nice speed.
Side entry.
Side entry, he says. Okay, so Trinidad and Tobago get a bit of a reprieve. It was just creeping into their territory as well, so they'll be happy with that. So this game is for 5 and 6 position within the tournament. The consolation prize, or the wooden spoon, whatever you want to call it. So nobody wants to be last, so these guys are going to be desperate to get some points on the board pretty soon.
Joshua Grant there taking that kick. Trying to make sure it gets out of their zone. Trinidad and Tobago does not want to be spending time there.
No. It's
Joshua Grant, not a bad player at all. He's been one of the highlights for me in the Trinidad and Tobago team.
Good distance gained.
Yeah, he's kicked well, and he's done a few covering tackles as well from that sort of, tends to play full-back. The breeze picked up one more time. Unpredictable weather here in the Caribbean.
Point. Set.
So you see they're going to have a scrum again.
I'll check in the next 10 minutes.
Again, shout out to the fans who are watching at home. I know Northerns is probably all in the clubhouse. Harbors, Sepos Ruggers, Fatima and Trinity Mocha, as well as St. Francois and St. Mary's are some of the schools that have contributed to the development of these players.
Cayman taking the easy option to advance 20-30 yards with a kick for the line out.
Okay, if he pops out, I'll do it with it. Touch.
So Cayman line out. It's been pretty smooth so far from Cayman in this position. They like to kick so they can get these line out opportunities, and there they go, winning another one. Byrne picks up, he's looking to kick over, tries to kick through, and that doesn't work. It's bounced around in there. A bit of
offside, it's going to go scrum for black.
A little bit of pinball.
Great block there.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Let's check that he's fine.
That's from the captain for Trinidad and Tobago. Liam Cabrales, making sure that that ball did not get the distance that Cayman was hoping for.
Not an easy one to kick the ball over either. At 6'5", he's a big boy.
Yeah, you need to give time. Yeah, okay, break off. Time off. Medic, come and check him. Medic.
Some of the sponsors and support that have come through for this team in particular, of course we want to shout out Sport TT, always an integral part of our sport development, providing great resources and infrastructure for the team. They also had support from Sagicor, Hike and Plant TT, and AMCO. The team also wants to thank the clubs that have offered so much support. Harvard, Northerns, offering their venues so that they can do their fundraising. The parents have been extraordinarily helpful in organizing barbecues, serving. It's been great to see each and every one of these athletes really supporting their mission to get here.
I think there's a lot of potential in Trinidad and Tobago. When you've got an infrastructure that's been around for 100 years now, and it's really built up over the years. You've got a whole crop of kids. I think the majority of this team is like 16, 17, if I'm not mistaken. There's not too many of the older 18, 19-year-olds in this squad. So that's something to look forward to over the next couple of years. And if you've got those youth systems in place, Trinidad and Tobago is going to be an exciting place for the future of rugby.
This team in particular has played an integral role in developing our safe return to play within Trinidad and Tobago. They've actually been using Tag X, which is a non-contact form of the sport, and we had a tournament in Tobago which helped the development of the under-19 team for the men, and the under-18 women also participated as a training exercise, and we've seen that the experience that the national athletes have had is now filtering throughout the community into the community tournaments that we're now able to host.
Absolutely fantastic stuff there. Cayman doing equally good stuff on their much smaller island, and that focal point of just a couple of little clubs in the middle of the island is really working well. There's a fantastic, enthusiastic group of parents and coaches, almost treating it just like a little club team in the area. It's so small. Oh, and there's Cayman getting themselves in trouble. That front row's really not working well for them. It caused them problems earlier in the tournament. Trinidad and Tobago just need to react quickly here. McLaughlin always wants to go forward, likes to carry, wraps that ball up nice and tight, gets through the first one, keeps driving through, made an extra 5 yards there, finally brought down by the Cayman defence. Trinidad and Tobago with the pod of 4, looking for a gap.
Led by Aaron Stanley taking in the ball.
Achim, not much space to play with, little grubber kick through, covered across nicely. Offside. So Trinidad and Tobago get another crack at this one. Cayman guys just a little bit overzealous, overstepping the line, not working back quickly enough. They really want to make those tackles, but they've got to slow it down a little bit to get it right. Achim makes the kick. It looks like it's going to go dead. Yes, it will. Again, like I mentioned earlier, his kicking's a little bit hot and cold. He kicks well, but it's not consistent yet.
Still a good chase by Jeremy Bonus.
So Cayman will get the ball from the point of where it was kicked. That front row of Scott Fox and Sinclair, they can start getting some movement forward, get their balance right. I think they can do a number on the Trinidad and Tobago boys. They've got a bit of weight advantage.
Trinidad. Okay, again. They need more space, mate. More space.
Again, just wanted to know where that mark is. The team can actually look to the AR, the assistant referees, mark the distance.
Time back on. Crouch!
There's a couple of the teams look at using this slingshot type tactic with the 8-man. They've resisted it there, but they're kind of pulling their second row forwards back. The ball is in for Cayman. There's a massive push there from Trinidad and Tobago. They've managed to steal that ball. They've come the short side of Chim. Draws and passes, but it wasn't the best of passes and bundled out on this near side. It was the young 23 Williams, Harvey Williams. Couldn't find any space down this side.
Scrum have Benjamin Devines quickly switching around when Trinidad and Tobago gained possession in that scrum and quickly getting out the ball. Teams are definitely getting lots of practice for their lineouts today.
Absolutely. The rangy Cayman second row forwards are very solid with it as well. Burn on the short ball to Ebanks, but he can't handle it. And he stops, he's stunned. I think the ball was thrown in his face. I'm happy with that one.
Yes. All right.
Seeing that both of these teams are keeping their composure. They've asked for the time. They've got just under 8 minutes left, roughly, in this half. Again, the extended time for today in these playoff matches.
Yes, it's 35 minutes.
So reorganizing their front row after that yellow card has come back on. Cam Sinclair now can freely roam as a front row forward should.
Cayman will be looking to put on the pressure now with their full squad back on the field.
Your shoulders in line and your hips lower, all right? If not, it's a setup to and your hips close. Crouch! Bind! Set! Long bind, long bind.
Stable this time from Trinidad and Tobago. They've managed to... Ball's finally out. They've gone the short side again. A Chim chipping through. There's two covering across the back there. Oh, and it's blocked. Trinidad and Tobago got themselves on the board. Did everything go smoothly for him?
That was Aaron Stanley there, just capitalizing. He was in the right place and he took full advantage of it.
Well, after a very stagnant 20 minutes, Trinidad and Tobago somehow, after a Chim dinks it through, there's a covering fullback, tries to kick it away and just gets blocked. It's blocked by that boy Williams. I didn't catch.
That's right, Javier Williams with the block and Aaron Stanley, perfect position with the support, ready to tap down that ball. Trinidad and Tobago puts 5 points on the board with the first try of this match.
To be fair to Trinidad and Tobago, they've been camped in Cayman's half for quite a while, so Cayman didn't manage to get out of there, and little mistake, nice little chip through from a Chim to get to that corner, and the covering fullback just didn't manage to get it away. It was under a lot of pressure from the speedy Trinidadian boys.
We've seen that Trinidad and Tobago has taken on the feedback. They're really looking much calmer today than they were previously in the tournament.
Yep, 100% agree with you there.
Staying focused on their plays and diligently keeping at it, and this is the payoff.
Nathan attuned to take this kick. The wind is kind of going towards, diagonally crossing those sticks. So not the easiest of kicks. And it's gone right of the stick, so no good. But they will be pretty happy with a 5-0 lead after being very, very patient. The score is apparently 0-5, 5-0. Cayman boys kind of having a conversation. A few of them trying to pep up their boys and get themselves into this game. They've been daydreaming a little bit. It's been very slow this first half.
Having a look at Trinidad's technical team on the sideline here, they're looking very pleased.
Chim drops it forward. Cayman are going to scoop that up. Sinclair going forward. Massive bump from Alexander Fox, the Cayman captain.
Take a step.
Trinidad and Tobago working hard to cover across defensively. And another big run, another big carry from Freddie Robson, the 8-man from Cayman.
No clear release and going straight for the ball. No clear release.
Cayman looking to work quickly and nope, slowed it down.
No clear release.
So Cayman knows that the time is running out in this half. They are getting into the zone where they want to be, and they're going to keep the pressure on, hoping to even out this score before we go to halftime.
Bit of conversation amongst the boys to decide what they're going to do with this one. Burns going to look to kick to the corner, and very well positioned. They've got a solid line out. Makes sense to kick to the corner. They haven't lost any from my memory in the last 30 minutes or so.
Do we have 4 again?
This is a nice platform and really going to put Trinidad and Tobago under pressure. Can Cayman answer back in the last minute or so of the first half here in sunny Kingston, Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen? Get yourselves down here for this game. These games today, the final. The local boys are going to be playing against USA South. Jamaica against USA South later today is going to be phenomenal. Come down, visit us if you're in the Kingston, Jamaica area. Another good line out. Referee says it's okay. They're working to the back. Trinidad and Tobago come up fast. They've worked well there. Congratulations to that. Robert Ayers trying to go around the outside. They see the urgency now, Trinidad and Tobago. They seem to have woken up and they want to defend. They're working hard now. Big Shmuel Scott. It's going to be a handful if he figures out how big his body is.
Take a step then. Advantage offside.
It's like the captain, Alex Scott, breaking through there. That's 7 yards out now.
Still on advantage, right.
Worked for Burns, he's chipped over. It's not got over the back. He got a late hit as well.
Come back to the first infringement.
There's some time off. There's a couple of bodies on the floor there in that last 2 phases.
Do you have anything back there? All right.
It was a nice chip ahead from Burns, but I think he wasn't judging for that wind. That wind's pretty strong in his face. And it just sort of sat up in the air for them.
We've been seeing how Cayman is looking at their options. They had options left and right, hoping that someone could have caught that chip ball.
There's a few battered bodies out there. Imagine these boys have played, this will be their 5th game, I guess, of the tournament. 5 games in a week's a lot for anybody. Even for youngsters that have got flexible bones. So there'll be a few tired bodies out there. They did get a day off yesterday. And they're just going to go straight down the middle. That's that big boy I keep talking about, Scott. He goes a little bit high there into the contact. Needs to drop his substantial mass a little bit lower. He could have got across that line.
Advantage right still.
The captain again doing the intelligent thing, going to ground with so many tacklers in his face. Byrne getting a lot of pressure from the Trinidad and Tobago defence. They are hungry for that ball. They want it back. And they've put themselves under pressure one more time. So Cayman, they want to play quickly this time.
Again offside.
Another offside situation surely at this point. It's a...
So you see when that pressure comes on,
offside there.
It's definitely hard to get back, especially when you're right there on your try line, but it has to happen, otherwise the penalty will continue to go. Cayman putting on excellent pressure right now. They are hungry for this try.
Captain Carvelis has got himself a yellow card for continual offsides, which again puts them under pressure. And he's got a dot over Sinclair. Big Cam Sinclair just dumps himself over the line from just a couple of yards out. That relentless pressure. Eventually Trinidad and Tobago submitted to it. Good pressure, good reaction from the Cayman Islands team. Bumps one. and then just drives through, taking a couple of guys with him. Very strong young man. He's probably, I think he's the only player on the squad that actually played the last time this competition was going on. He was the youngest in the team back then, now he's probably the eldest. So it's 5-5. This could be a really key moment for Cayman. This ball can get dinked over, then they'll go into the half. And it's good. Cayman take the lead. 7 points to 5.
Hold it, no. Both of you come.
Interesting. Let's see what happens here.
First of all, not even your team is on positions, so that makes no sense. Second of all, that is
seeing that both teams are trying to make the most of whatever time is left on the clock, but the referee is calling them back just to make sure that this game remains organized. We've seen how organized, how patient both teams have been for the duration of this half.
Yeah, Chim really wanted to get on with it and didn't have any of his team members with him, but little niggly things from the Cayman Islands there. He just wanted to block him to stop him getting on with it. But this time they do get started. Nice deep kick with the wind behind him, Chim.
The score now 7-5 for Cayman.
Release!
Getting to the 22 there.
Take a sip.
Using the smaller bodies to try and drive themselves out. I think that's a mistake. And Cayman used to use that size and strength if they're going to drive forward. They'll be kicking into the wind right now, so it'll be difficult. That ball's going to hang up in the air, so they might need to use the running to get them out there. Trinidad Tobago will come away from it.
Side entry. Whoa. Come on, medic, please. Go. Medic.
So medic's coming on here.
So with the half time is running out, everyone is probably wondering how many seconds are left on the clock. The teams Cayman here huddling together, working on what their game plan is going to be. Trinidad and Tobago in Cayman's zone, they're looking to get some points. Cayman's try was converted by Tom Bryan, who kicked at the number 10, which means that they are leading by 2 points. We're seeing along the sidelines, spectators have started arriving and filling up the stands. Again, if you are in the Kingston area, come on down to the UE Mona Bowl and take in this rugby. It's great. I'm actually seeing I'm seeing a Caribs jersey somewhere around with the Trinidad and Tobago fans representing clubs here at this international match. If you are in the Kingston area and if you have your club kit, come on down, represent your club and support your national team here at the UE Mona Bowl. Seeing Trinidad and Tobago just taking a knee here, having a little conversation, catching their breath. The coaches respectively having a conversation here on the sidelines. And see medics are coming off. Everything seems to be okay. Again, we've been having a RAN Super Week, so there's been tons of training and education. You can see by the numbers, our medical crew is rolling deep. I think we are probably the safest tournament. Everyone is being taken care of so well here. It's great that Rugby Americas North really pushes the initiative to make sure that player welfare and safety is the foremost focus of its events.
And I think we're on a medical campus as well, so we might just be doubling down on that.
We've got it covered.
Yeah. Talk about over the top. Nah, it's great. That's what we want. That's the way it should be. So, we're getting things back underway here. Cayman have got a line out. Again, they've been solid so far with the line outs, and although there's a bit of a breeze, that's always going to cause a problem for a hooker throwing in. big gap there on that line out setup. An early jump from Trinidad and Tobago. Cayman come away with it. Byrne misses out Ebanks, looking to work wide. He's found a little bit of space in there now. Some big contact. Scrum half wants to look to the top side, looking for bodies. The second row forwards there, working well.
Again,
No clear release over there.
seeing Cayman scrum half, very calculated. You see where he looks around, he sees where his team is and chooses the best option moving forward.
Aaron Stanley there just held his hands in there too long, didn't separate before he attempted the poach. And the Cayman boys looking to get into the half time and speak to the coaches. So they've just got a little bit of an edge, Cayman, 7-5. Let's just take a quick look at that. But they worked out pretty quickly. Trinidad and Tobago boys back to the drawing board for them. 5-7 is going to be tight this second half.
It's a way big, like huge difference. Yeah.
There it is, 5-7. Cayman Islands just ahead, and we'll be going to a break back in a few minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The music's died here. It's Sunday morning. We've got things going on. It's 5-7 currently to the Cayman Islands over Trinidad and Tobago. It's been a tight one. Trinidad and Tobago shocked everybody, blocked it, and scored. Highlights coming up right now.
You can hear in the background the DJs playing some Trini soca.
Trinidad and Tobago got us underway early in this game. Cayman could handle that one. Lots of scrimmaging in this game. Really, the boys are developing well in multiple areas. Nice little step there, but he ran into the wrong man, ran into Ebanks. That's always a mistake. A chin with this little chip through. And take a look at what happened here. Covering fullback does well to gather, but a great block and manages to dot it down. That was Aaron Stanley getting the try. Phenomenal little block from Harvey Williams. That put them in a great spot. You'll be able to see it from this angle much better. There's the block, and here's the clean dot down. Nobody was expecting. It was quiet for about 10 minutes prior to that with a lot of scrimmaging. The kick went wide though, and this makes a big difference because Cayman, the big captain number 2, going forward. Burns looking for his big man, looking for his front row forward. Then Sinclair manages to dot it over, bumps one, rolls around and gets over that line. Phenomenal work from him after his yellow card earlier, and the kick made it 7-5. We've got some interviews for you right now. We're going to go down to the sideline.
Jovan, what's your assessment of the first half?
It was a great first half for us. We came with a lot of pressure on it and high intensity. We forced some mistakes in the 22 in their half. In the first half they didn't see a lot of our half, but we kind of let ourselves down with composure when we were in their red zone. A little mistakes here and there, and we couldn't come away with more points. That's unfortunate. And take up the try. We didn't want to do that, but unfortunately it happened, and we're trailing. So.
Yeah, well, Cayman Islands, they're leading now, but the game hasn't been really too much away from Trinidad and Tobago. What do you need to change in the second half?
I don't think we have to change that much. Come on with the same level of pressure and intensity as we did in the first half, and force some mistakes, and hopefully when we reach the red zone, come away with some points.
Coach, Cayman Islands leading in the first half. Are you pleased with how things are going so far?
Yeah, I mean, couple of errors that we try and clean up in the second half, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy. The boys really dug deep, even with a man down. They held Trinidad in the half for a long time there in defense, and then we managed to get a converted try back just before halftime. So, second half we got the wind. That should help us a little bit, and looking forward to it.
Have you been able to identify any weaknesses in the Trinidad and Tobago camp?
I think we just need to play to our structure and not play into their game plan. They seem to like free flow in rugby, broken play, and so we just need to stick to our structure, play our game plan, bring the pace to the level that we want.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gavin McLeavy here at the beautiful Mona Bowl here in Kingston, Jamaica, alongside Maria Thomas. We're about to get into the second half of this game. Score is currently 5-7 in favour of the Cayman Islands over Trinidad and Tobago. But Trinidad and Tobago definitely not out of this game by any means. They've played well so far. Maria Thomas, some of your thoughts quickly on the TNT boys.
Absolutely, such an intense first half. Both teams very patient. You could see some of the things that their coaches were talking about and it's being worked on in this game. Cayman Islands was discussing that they wanted to be very patient and stay tight, using that structure and just be aware of where they are, and you absolutely saw that happening with the communication in the team and with the scrum half making sure that he had multiple options off of every scrum. Trinidad and Tobago kept the pressure on, spent most of the half in Cayman's end. Hopefully when they come back, they'll have had a great halftime. They're going to maintain that discipline and continue as they've been in the first half. It could be anyone's game.
It really could. There's not much difference between the two teams, strengths and weaknesses. I'm really enjoying the Cayman Island line out. That they've got polished. That is solid. Trinidad and Tobago have got a lot of threats out wide, but they just haven't had a chance to release them really. But getting out onto the field right now.
The Trinidad and Tobago team definitely feeling very welcome. DJ's playing some music that we're familiar with.
Hey, tell you something, the music here at the stadium has been phenomenal. Top-notch work from the DJ the whole weekend, and it's just going to get bigger and louder as the crowd spills in for the final later on.
Absolutely. Remember, if you're in the Kingston area, if you're in Jamaica, if you can make it down, come to the UE Mona Bowl for the Rugby America's North Under-19s finals happening today.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day. Looking forward to it. You're going to be doing the next game, right? So that Mexico, Bermuda?
That's correct.
Mexico, Bermuda with you and the wonderful Kelson. We're joining you for that one. And Trinidad Tobago just bobbled over his head somehow. That ended up going out.
Touched by Black.
And he got a touch on it as well, Trinidad Tobago player. So it should be the Cayman Island ball.
Is their ball? Yeah. A little bit further, guys. Further.
You see the line? Yep.
Yeah.
They're Trinidad and Tobago referring to the assistant referee who's showing them where that line is.
Okay. Further.
Making sure that they're on side.
Very technical with their line out, Cayman Islands. Byrne looking to work out the back. Oh, you've got the big boy coming through the middle, the try scorer. Great work through the middle there from Sinclair. Imagine if you got the ball cleaner. Great stuff.
Big tackle made though. Jeremy Bonus, I think, was in that.
All right.
The Trinidad and Tobago boys have no problem sticking their head.
Teams there following the direction from the referee. That is Fernando.
And they managed to come away with it, Trinidad and Tobago. They looked a little nervous for a second there, but they got it. Good work.
Aaron Stanley.
Keeping it simple. Moving forward. Second phase coming. Throws it looping over the top of his fly half, and that puts them under immediate pressure. Attempted kick. That might work out for them. And a knock on there. Cayman come away with that ball.
Was it touched by white or by black? Alright.
So Cayman going to work with their pods here. Another good tackle from Trinidad and Tobago at the 22. Good work going forward. They've broken at the 22. They're putting Trinidad and Tobago under a bit of pressure here. Working phases well. Little pop inside.
Release Black.
Sinclair joining the rock.
Oh, advantage. Handsome.
There's Byrne.
Advantage.
Nice little pass. There's Ebanks. Finally, he's got ball in hand, and that's the damage that you can do. They haven't managed to release him yet, and he's making phenomenal yards, just taking droves of Trinidad and Tobago defenders with him.
It's good. Oh, okay. We're going for the line out. It's going to be a line out on the 5 for white, right?
So nice to see Cayman Islands finally utilising their power man on the outside centre channel.
Good. There was an advantage there, but it was over, right?
Their coaches applauding them here on the sideline.
Yeah, Trinidad and Tobago have done well to stifle that kid so far.
On the line, boys. On the line.
First time they've really allowed him into the game. Gone for the short ball. Didn't work out though. Trinidad and Tobago have come away with it.
Unfortunate, boys. It's going to be a scrum for black.
Okay, scrum just 5 yards out. It's for Trinidad and Tobago. It's a fair amount of pressure on them. Need to get underneath this bigger Cayman team. Defend that ball. Clear their lines. The wind might be in their favour currently, but that changes rapidly around here.
To the defence, alright? Take the defence. Take the defence, mate. Mate, take the defence. Alright.
Trinidad and Tobago looking to get out of their end zone.
Alright.
First half of this game we saw Trinidad and Tobago kept the pressure on and they stayed in Cayman's end zone.
Crouch.
Now it's starting the opposite way with Cayman wanting to keep the pressure on in Trinidad and Tobago's end zone.
Set.
Ball in quickly.
There we go. Swimming in number 3.
So that's going to go the way of the Cayman Islands. The referee didn't like how Trinidad and Tobago were boring in from this near side in the front row. Are they going to use Scott? Yes, they are, but he's gone the short side. Interesting manoeuvre.
Again offside, mate. I need the captain, please. I need the captain.
McLaughlin's talking too much. He's going to get himself in trouble.
Yellow card in the first half for offside. More than 4 penalties in the first half.
So just having the referee explaining exactly what's happening. Again, development tournament here, so some of these athletes are getting used to having those calls with this intensity and the competition going on. Of course, the energy is high, the emotions are high, and it's important. It can be very difficult for athletes if they're not aware of the reason a call is being made.
The captain, Alexander Fox, lower centre of gravity, but managed to be held up very well by Trinidad and Tobago.
Scrum for black, white, for taking it.
Good work from Trinidad and Tobago, very happy with that. We get another attempt at the scrum, 5 yards out.
Get it. Oh.
Cayman keeping the pressure on here. They're looking to increase the distance in the score line. Get a little bit further ahead, a little bit more comfortable. Right now, Trinidad and Tobago is only 2 points behind.
Hold it. But faster. Awesome. Good. Oh. Crouch. Bind.
So yellow cards back in now. So they're full up to they're back up to the full complement.
Hold it. Elbow up. Hold it. Okay. Again.
So again, you see how they're resetting the scrum, making sure that those positions are set correctly. Again, player welfare paramount here, making sure that the technical pieces are done correctly. The scrum is one, and we've also seen a number of lineouts, seeing the different technicalities there as well. We're seeing more and more people coming out on the pitch. Again, if you're in the Kingston area, come to the U-Mona Bowl. It's very exciting. This is a historical tournament. It's marking the signing of a memorandum of understanding with the UE Faculty of Sport here at U-Mona Bowl with Rugby, and that is a rugby union and rugby league in Jamaica, working together to push forward and really make the most of the opportunity we have to bring exciting rugby to you in your homes. Sports Max covering all of the footage here, bringing it to you in your homes, online, streaming, getting all the action live. Wonderful that with this regional tournament, all of our unions are able to watch in their homes. Doesn't matter if they're not in Jamaica. This is being broadcast all over the region, and I know that everyone is watching, holding their breath, especially for this game. Both Trinidad and Tobago, Cayman Islands, very close match, very exciting, and it's ready to go again now.
Cayman Islands are 7 points to 5 up over Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago ball in hand here, looking to clear their lines and relieve some pressure. And they do that, gets it pretty close to the 22. Good work from Achim.
Mark's on the line. Red. This side, Mike. Thank you. Your mic is the line.
Here we go. Cayman Islands still in Trinidad and Tobago's zone here. You're seeing the athletes setting back up again. We're hoping to see something happening off of this play. Another line out. Cayman Islands throwing in. They've been very successful with their line outs thus far. See if they can get it out to the backs and maybe make something happen off of this one.
And they've got the same process every time, Cayman Islands. Very methodical approach, and then they've got their movement either forward or backwards or switching. Burn under pressure here from quick line speed from Trinidad and Tobago. Goes to ground there. Looks like maybe a high tackle.
That's high contact. Okay, keep it down. Yeah.
So he'd slipped into that one, so unfortunate for Trinidad and Tobago. Any high contact is high contact. Doesn't matter if it's accidental or not. Oh, and he's going to look for 3 points. Most of this morning, there's been a little bit of a breeze behind the Cayman team. It's died down a little bit now, but it might work for him. He must feel confident. He's the one that calls it, so brings his tee out and has a look at the possibility of dinking over for 3 points. That would stretch the lead, make things a little bit more difficult for Trinidad and Tobago. Nice and quiet for the kick. And a fantastic kick, very close to 40 yards out, 40 meters out. This is what led to it. Just slipped into it, and there was a bit of head contact there. Unfortunate for the number 6 that infringed there. Nothing intentional, but enough to get a penalty, unfortunately. Got to keep it safe, ladies and gentlemen. And there's the kick. Phenomenal work from Burns. Cayman Island players been really playing well for them, directing the traffic, kicking well throughout this tournament.
The score now, 10 points for Cayman, 5 points for Trinidad and Tobago.
And a chin to kick them off. Good height on that one. Feeling the pressure there. Immediate tackle. Manages to get a bit of a drive on afterwards though, which is good. Now, Cayman Islands. Pinned a little bit back. They're going to work with a pod on this near side. Good contact there. Carries well. Keeps pumping the legs.
Number 13, Jabali Alexis. Great job defending there on the line.
Release again, Black.
Second phase and second pod coming through. Good tackling again, Trinidad and Tobago. Pick and go on the short side. Captain's back on the field and makes a big tackle. A lot of bodies in there.
You're seeing the captain there, Leon Cabrales, really measuring his tackles now. He's very tall, so...
Yeah, he's come back after that sin bin, and he wants to get the energy high. He's been reserving, sitting there chewing on his mistake from earlier. He's out there trying to make up for it. Trinidad and Tobago always need, if they need someone to score against them to realise that they're in the game, and they come back into it with a higher energy. Oh, we've got a body over here from one of the earlier, those 2 phases just inside the TNT territory. So more than likely pause for a moment.
I just wanted to check.
Teams are getting back into place. There'll be a line out as Cayman's throw in.
That was a 50-22, so a phenomenal kick from the Cayman players. Getting themselves in great territory there.
Captain, can you do the sub so that we can keep playing?
You're hearing, doing the time management here. You can see the referee consulting the captain. In the under 19 division, there is a limit, of course, on the time that the athletes can play. It shorter than for senior rugby. That's why the games in the beginning of the tournament were shortened. Now that they have only 1 game each today, there's the extended time now to 35-minute halves. So for the beginning of the tournament, they were playing 20-minute halves. So it is quite an increase for these athletes. Of course, making sure that they don't exceed the time that they can play in any given day.
Trinidad and Tobago players back on his feet.
I think they had maybe some dirt or something that got into his eye.
Aaron Stanley, the try scorer, looking okay now. Trotting his way back. So Cayman have got this ball in a great position after the 50-22 kick. And to the front this time. Good distribution, but good line speed again. He's managed to bounce a couple off, Burns. He's well there. It's on the ball. And looking for Sinclair one more time, but didn't manage to keep a hold of it this time. Big front row forward. Trinidad and Tobago come away with the ball this time.
Looks like they will try to kick for some distance here. They want to get away from their try line. Nathan Atcham from Northerns going to take that kick.
Good height, but it looks like it's going to come short. Well taken. Elijah Williams, excuse me. Kai Birch that brought it in. Good pressure again from Trinidad and Tobago. Cleaning through, big counter ruck. He's fighting through the middle of it. He's making some progress there, causing all kinds of problems at the ruck. Cayman weren't happy with that one, but now they've managed to stabilize it. They're working their pods like pistons, one side to the other. Big hit again from Trinidad and Tobago. Again, they have no problem putting their head in the spokes.
Seeing assistant coach there, Christopher Hudson, giving some direction from the sideline.
Another solid kick just inside the 22.
Trinidad and Tobago men's and women's teams have been working together in the preparation for this tournament. Big shout out to the technical teams, Kenwin Davis, Carleen Walton, Jerome Poontip, Christopher Hudson, Alexandria Olton. Really, really great seeing how they've been working together. Nadine Sammy's also here, and of course so many people who've been supporting in Trinidad and Tobago.
So Freddie Robson to throw in for the line out here. A little bit shorter than this time, so a lot quicker, which gives the Cayman Island runners a bit more time to gain past that line. Great work again from Sinclair.
No, leave it black.
Really powerful big boy. We've got a penalty here. Just a decision to make. They like to go for the line out. Their lineouts have been solid. I don't think they've lost one the whole game so far. So they do that. They aim for the 5. We would expect maybe a line out to Maul here. Again, it's been very methodical, very well oiled. This line out from the Cayman Islands. This time they go to the back and pop off the top, no Maul. Burns steps through another couple guys there in almost the same spot as earlier, brought down. They've switched it back to the forwards. Fox working forward again, he's on the 5.
Advantage offside.
There's an advantage there for Cayman, so they've got the ball. They can play with it a little bit here. They want to play quickly.
4 black.
Trinidad and Tobago spreading their defensive line here.
Sinclair wants to bash it over. He takes on 3, 4, 5. He's right on the post. Ball's gone to ground. Well done, Trinidad and Tobago again, stopping this massive front row forward. Fox looking to go around. He's got no support on the outsides. They've got to recycle that.
Take a step.
Oh, and a nice little pick and go around the corner. The number 7 from the Cayman Islands, Brennan Vora. Opportunist just scoops it up and jumps over the side. Yep, we like that one. Cayman running away with it. It's been very methodical, their process to get to this point. Nothing too fancy. It's all very direct and very set piece kind of work, but definitely got themselves in a good position now.
See the captain for Trinidad and Tobago calling in his teammates. They're going to want to make sure to continue to be patient and not give away those penalties.
That takes Cayman to 15 points to 5. The kicks haven't been successful so far. We wanted to get a good one done here.
Hold it. Disallowed, no running.
Kick no good. So back to the drawing board one more time from the 50. We'll be kicking off in just a moment. Trinidad and Tobago looking for answers. They've defended valiantly, but the Cayman Island methodical approach to everything finally gets them success. They've managed to rack up 3 tries so far this game, just ticking away at this Trinidad and Tobago team. Chim wants to get started. The rest of his team's not there yet.
It's either getting ready to run and chase this ball. Referee calls it back. He's going to reset this. The runners need to make sure that they start from behind the kicker.
Are we good? All right, then we're resetting it. We're going back for the reset. Okay.
All right, so they've reset it.
Time back up.
The athletes chasing this ball need to make sure that they do not pass the kicker before the ball is kicked.
Okay, great kick there from a Chim, nice and deep into the wind.
Great pressure from Elijah Williams.
No hand, go ahead. Take a step, take a step. Take a step.
First time in a while that Trinidad and Tobago have been in this kind of territory. Big counter ruck there from the little man. Trinidad and Tobago come away with it for that time.
Right.
Who is that? Number 14.
Line out for what?
Elijah Williams. Phenomenal counter ruck, all 95 pounds of the lad. Great work.
So thrown again from Cayman Islands, another line out. You see Trinidad and Tobago trying to guess what the timing is going to be and where the ball is going to go.
They've got him up there, but it's going to be a Cayman ball one more time.
And your friend is leading the line out, so line out or scrum. Line out or scrum. Go scrum for black.
Good choice, Trinidad and Tobago taking the scrum here in a good position.
Yeah, but also your player is
little error, they just added an extra, Cayman Island added an extra person in the line out, it's illegal. So it'll go to Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago is going to want to look to capitalize on this scrum, maintain possession of the ball, probably got some really quick wingers out there.
they can get the ball through hand, there's a lot of talent out there that hasn't even touched the ball yet for Trinidad and Tobago. The 3 lads on the far side are phenomenally quick, and young Williams here on this near side as well.
Bind. Set. Long binding, long binding.
Scrum half. Benjamin Devine putting in the ball.
Stop. Stay in, stay in.
Good work, Trinidad and Tobago, to get that scrum done. Here's a moment for them. Can they work it? They break into the 22. Massive counter ruck from the Cayman Islands.
Leave it, leave it. Number 6.
Came in from the side slightly there, so it'll go towards Cayman this time. Interesting little thing from Bernie. He has this little tick where he puts the ball down on the floor, pointed in the exact direction where it wants to go, and then he picks it up again. Every time he kicks it, he does it. Maybe it's a specific skill that he needs to just have it like that and then pick it up and go for it.
Making sure the ball knows where it's supposed to go.
Because I've noticed he picks it up, puts it down, and then picks it up again. Well, those fly halves kickers, they're very often got those nervous little ticks where they're organising themselves to take the kick, so that might be just his.
I think it's a great strategy to make sure that you have something that's consistent, that you repeat time after time. So no matter what's happening around you on the pitch, whether the weather conditions, etc., you're controlling the controllables. And that's one of the things that we see from a lot of these kickers, that they have a very signature way of kicking each time.
An old coach of mine just said basically it's like playing golf. You've got to go through that process over and over and over again, exactly the same.
Trinidad with the ball in hand now.
Crashing through to the 50. Big Sinclair on a counter up there in the middle of it. Trinidad have come away with it well though. McLaughlin finally with some ball in hand. This is where he relishes it. He likes the contact. He will drive them forward. Working through the back. A chim there. He chips through again, but it's a lot of traffic back there. That's going to be a knock on. Trinidad and Tobago can come away with this ball now, just on the 22. There's an advantage for them.
Joshua Marson looking for work there. He's holding the ball. He carried that forward. Got some great distance. Trinidad and Tobago trying to put the pressure back onto Cayman.
See the knock on there. There was a big kick on the Trinidad and Tobago kid. He got a boot to the ribs. I don't think there was anything malicious in it, but I'm sure it hurts.
TNT, make this up.
Right. So you see, referee again just communicating, using this time to make the substitution. Again, leaving nothing to chance, making sure that any potential medical issue is looked at immediately. Seeing both teams there, getting some water, rehydrating.
He's fine.
You heard the referee there. Player's fine. He's walking off the pitch. You can hear his teammates clapping for him, congratulating him on the hard work that he's done in this match.
I didn't catch who was coming in for the injured player. Oh, there we go. 15 coming in on the top there.
That's Darius Allen who's come in now.
Interesting they're using him so late in the game. I thought he was quite effective earlier in the tournament. Tactical switches maybe.
It's been really good watching how coaches are using the depth of their team, making sure that athletes are getting a chance to play. Again, this competition environment is so important for their development.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
So young Benjamin for Trinidad and Tobago to put the ball in. Finally hooked through the back there. Jim taking the ball. Wants to work out wide. Keeping it simple this time, Trinidad and Tobago. Good defence by Cayman. Manages to offload. Nice little pass. Skips through a couple. Gets brought down by the third. Recycled quickly and another knock on over that top side. A shame.
I believe that was Jaheim Walton with that carry.
Yeah, great run through, scything through the defence of Cayman. And again, like I've mentioned multiple times, Trinidad and Tobago, if they get that ball out wide, to ball in hand, they can be dangerous. They can start racking up the points, but they get dragged into this forwards battle and a tactical battle with set pieces. Cayman are going to win it if they allow that to happen.
All right, you're good. I'm off. We got a substitution from red.
Kane Watson coming on for Cayman Islands, making a quick substitution here. And Ronaldo Besson coming on for Trinidad and Tobago.
Looks like he's wearing the substitute front row forward shirt,
We've got 9 more minutes.
but not a front row forward. It's a bigger shirt, number 16. Has to run out of wingers shirts.
You can hear the applause. Technical team supporting their athletes. Wonderful to see the national pride displayed here from all the teams in this tournament here at the UE Mona Bowl. This is the Rugby America's North Under 19s tournament, Women's 12s tournament. Today we are seeing the final matches for the Under 19 men's division.
Cayman Islands win the line out with a different set of forwards that are jumping in the line out now. Equally as methodical, equally as successful. They kick it from their 22 across the halfway line, and they'll get another line out here that they feel like they can probably take.
Looking around, you can see the banners from the sponsors who've been showing support to this tournament. We have DK Water, St. Mary's, Gatorade, In Money, Pure National, Cold Therapy Zone. So the athletes will definitely be making the most of that. Great support from the community, of course. SportsMax making this available to the entire region globally. It is available live stream. If you don't have the channels, you can always see the live stream on YouTube.
If the option then doesn't go right, then we go. But it would be.
We mentioned that the Super Week that RAN has preceding the tournament games, awesome development for referees, medics. Rugby America's North always investing in development of coaches and the personnel that are required to make sure that these events can be pulled off and that unions can thrive.
Cayman Islands support is really good. They've got 5-6 guys out here alongside the winger. Really stretched the Trinidad and Tobago defense that time. Now they're going to work with pods, see if they can absorb a few more. Gone the short side, he's managed to chip it through. Cayman 9, Liam Sinclair. Trinidad and Tobago hacked it away, it didn't get to the 22.
He's offside in front of the kicker you're choosing. Penalty ball, he moved, so it's Scrum down there.
So every advantage that Cayman gets because of tactical work that they're putting in. This time chipping through. Trinidad and Tobago player kicks it ahead, and then there's an offside.
How are we here, mate? Offside.
They've really played this well so far, the Cayman Islands. It's like they've read the book on how to grind it down.
They've been having great success with their lineouts. They'll have another one here. Too close for comfort for Trinidad and Tobago.
So Freddie Robson for the lineout. It's been very, very consistent firing those balls into the lineout. A couple of new jumpers though. And there they've got a pod working. Sinclair, right on the shoulder of his fly half.
Number 17, sitting off.
Unfortunate Trinidad and Tobago now.
You can see Cayman's coaches watching on with this intensity. Oh, we almost got to catch that one.
I wouldn't have catched that, dropped it.
Another kick, so Trinidad and Tobago
Faster, boys, faster.
making a little more progression up the field where they want to be, putting that pressure onto Cayman. Nathan Mars to throw in the ball. Quick consultation there on how they're going to play this line out.
No, we're gonna reset it. Both of you are jumping beforehand. We're gonna reset that line out and do it back again, alright? Do not bring him up until there's actual movement going forward. And same to you, boys. Do not bring him up until there's actual movement. No, we're gonna reset.
Just want to make sure that the timing of the jumps and the throw are accurate. Again, Nathan Mars throwing in that ball.
Now that's not straight. Now good choosing.
Great job with the jump. The ball was not straight. This ball does have to go directly down the middle of that channel.
Nathan! Hey, myself, next one, you throw it in from now.
So it's a turnover. Now Cayman's line out.
Correct, line up.
Player number 8, Fred Robson, throwing in the ball.
Okay, Burns just slinging it out there. There's a lot of space on that top side. Nice little step around. Couldn't quite keep a hold of it. Trinidad managed to get that ball back now. This is where I think Trinidad and Tobago are going to have more success. This is their strength.
Great support there. You see Ephraim Patheron taking in the ball.
Trinidad and Tobago runner went down awkward in that last tackle. Good carry, but didn't enjoy the contact with the ground.
Pass to him from Ronaldo Spencer. Cayman just using the opportunity to get some water, stay hydrated.
Captain.
Water's going on for Trinidad and Tobago.
Captain, make this up. Make this up.
Referee again just consulting with the captains, recommending the substitution. As we mentioned, the time that the athletes are able to play is taken into consideration. So during these times, time is off and it's counted playing time. Again, 35-minute halves in the matches today.
3 minutes left. 3 minutes.
The technical teams are taking a moment just to have some consultation on the sidelines. We can see them here. Seeing more and more fans coming in their various jerseys, whether it's jerseys for Jamaica, jerseys for clubs.
Penalties for black.
You're hearing the applause there as the Trinidad and Tobago athlete comes off the pitch. Seeing some spectators. Yes, there we are. We have fans in the stands. These women were playing yesterday.
Oh, that's fantastic to see the Cayman Island ladies
Absolutely,
coming and watching
here
again.
supporting. Really cool fact from Cayman Islands is one of the players for Cayman Islands is the mother of a player for Cayman Islands under 19.
Oh, nice.
Family affair.
Absolutely.
They do a lot of work growing rugby. They have a mother's daughters program, great program in schools.
That's a really nice mom and son trip.
It really is.
Super cool.
Black. Further. There you go. Yeah, you're good. Closer. Black.
Okay, so Trinidad and Tobago throw in for this line out.
Come on, guys. Go! Yeah!
Double throw. Turn back. Double throw. It's your ball. It's a free kick.
Right, so you see Trinidad and Tobago tried a strategy there. Didn't pull off the way they hoped, so Cayman gets the ball now. Trinidad and Tobago making sure to see where they are on the pitch, getting back, making sure that they begin this onside. Now putting the pressure on Cayman.
Scrum.
Scrum to Trinidad and Tobago. They're just across that halfway line, so they're going to be looking to get closer to that try line and put some more points on the board. The score right now, 15 for Cayman, 5 for Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago will need 2 tries. Oh, if they convert it.
Point!
Oh, they'll need a little more than that, actually. Trying to do some math here in the booth.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one for them.
You were saying yesterday, Gavin, how much of a difference those points from the conversions make. Seems like only 2 points, but it definitely adds up, especially if you get a penalty in there with 3.
Got McLaughlin going around the top side there, breaking into the 22.
Still an advantage. Stay there,
Go Trinidad and Tobago, surely moving up the pitch.
Over.
Great tackle there from the Cayman Island boys. Trinidad and Tobago making some progress here. Can they do something with it? Going from really deep. Ebank's going to make the tackle, but the Trinidad and Tobago winger's gone around the outside. Big tackle covering over there.
Jeremy bonus with that. Carried that ball up, saw the space, ran right through it.
Final play.
Great team play from Trinidad and Tobago. You saw them work some pods with the forwards and then get the ball out to the backs. The referees called the final play.
For them to make a change.
There's going to be one more change before this happens. Trinidad and Tobago, very close. They'll be hoping for one more try in this match.
All right. Time's up on. Last movement.
So Cayman here with the line out. Looking to work it across. They look like they want to go try and score here. Sinclair carrying. Launches it out wide. There's a step inside here. Cayman opportunity here to work it back across the way again. Steps inside again. Looking to work it out to the hooker. Pops it up. Nice little ball. Couldn't quite hold on to it. So that will be the end of the game. Thank you, Maria Thomas. Fantastic work here today for this game. It's been a pleasure working with you so far. We'll be back later on, obviously, getting together for the final. But no, for the next one with Kelson. Cayman Islands take that one away. 15-5. Trinidad and Tobago. Unfortunate.
See Trinidad and Tobago now forming the tunnel. Congratulating Cayman on their success in this match.
Phenomenal sportsmanship from the boys.
Not necessarily the result at the end of the match based on the points, but I know that the coaches will be very pleased with the performance of Trinidad and Tobago. You can see there were a lot of things that they zeroed in on and worked on and were able to improve in this match. See the tunnel there, Cayman moving through, the victors of this match.
Cayman taking the spoils for this one. We've got plenty more rugby coming up this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get underway with Mexico and Bermuda, confirming this score at 15-5. Cayman the winners over Trinidad and Tobago. Let's have a look at a few of the highlights of this game. Trinidad and Tobago to get them underway. Achim kicking for Trinidad and Tobago.
Release.
Lots of good scrimmaging today from these two teams. Trinidad and Tobago always looking to work it wide. They've got a lot of strength. There's Ebanks. You don't want to run into that guy. Working well, Trinidad and Tobago. Chim this time chipping through the fly half. Take a look at this one. This is interesting. They go for the clear and kick, but it's blocked by Javi Williams and then dotted down. Trinidad and Tobago somehow pulled that one out of the bag. And an excellent try. And a good angle there for the celebration. And Jim couldn't manage to get that over the 2 extra points. The captain, number 2 for the Cayman Islands. Massive bump and run there. Beautiful work. And then you got Sinclair. Unstoppable from that distance. He is a big man to bring down. the youngest player in the Cayman team 3 years ago, 2019. Now one of the older players coming back into it, and the kick went over. A lot of good work from Burns. He managed to get a slap in the chops for his work there, though. That gave them a penalty to get an extra 3 points. So much good work with the forward. The Cayman Islands very good with their set piece stuff. And this one was a little sneaky one going around the back after the good work from the captain, Alexander Fox. And there's the guys walking off now. Down to the interviews now for the sideline.
Nathan, from a player's perspective, even though you didn't come out with the win here that you wanted today, what has this tournament done for you and your team?
Honestly, I'm proud of my team. We did very good. We improved every single game going forward. And considering we only started last September and other teams started since before COVID, we did very well. So I'm proud of my team for that.
What do you think, where do you think Trinidad rugby will go in the future?
We'll definitely do very well. This tournament was only a stepping stone going forward, and all I could say is that watch out for us in Mexico Sevens.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done in the tournament.
Thank you.
Coach, you must be happy with the boys' performance throughout the entire tournament.
Yeah, pretty proud what the guys have achieved this tournament. Started off playing the #1 seed coming into here and getting that win, and then just fighting every game. Not everything went our way, but the guys didn't let that get them down. They fought hard every game, and it's good to finish with a win.
What is the program going to look like now that you've seen the boys in action some more? What are you going to go back home and work on?
Yeah, we'll just keep developing them. As the Trinidad player mentioned, the Sevens coming up in November, so we'll be shifting focus to that for the next few months and getting prepared for that. And yeah, just keep building, and hopefully this and the broadcasting of this on SportsMax in Cayman will allow other people in the under 19 age group to see what they can achieve and see what they can do for their country. So hopefully we'll get some more guys involved when we get back home.
All right, Coach. Well done to you and your team.
Thank you.